Over the last decade, the seemingly endless debate on whether college athletes should be paid or not has been a bitter discussion. The NCAA makes over $1 billion a year, none of which goes to the student athletes. The only money they are given are through athletic scholarships. I personally believe college athletes should not be paid because they play at an amateur level of competition. An athletic scholarship gives a student all they need to get through school, and when he or she signs the dotted line on an athletic scholarship, they know what is expected of them. Now, this debate, although it has escalated in the past decade, starts all the way back in the 1950s. Back then, many colleges would recruit student athletes to play for their school, but they wouldn't enroll in any classes. The NCAA then found out about this and put an end to it. But that didn't stop other universities and colleges from trying to sneak their way around the rules. Many colleges and universities found high-paying jobs for these athletes that required little to no work. And recently, many TV networks have formed around conferences to show student-athlete competitions, such as the SEC Network, which shows the Southeastern Conference sports, the Longhorn Network, which shows only sports from the University of Texas at Austin, and the Big Ten Network, which shows all Big Ten sports. And recently, it has been revealed that the Big Ten Network is supposed to make over $45 million this year alone, none of which goes to their main advertisement, the athletes. Now, going more in-depth on why they shouldn't be paid. They play at an amateur level, and an amateur level is not the highest form of competition in an activity or sport. Professionals get paid because they are professionals. It is their job. They have devoted their career to this sport. The main goal for a student athlete is to work hard in school and get their degree. They are called student athletes, not athlete students. Next, they are given athletic scholarships that cover all their needs through school. This includes tuition, housing and boarding, a meal plan, and recently it has been announced that they are throwing extra money into these scholarships to give the student athletes a little extra money to spend on food so they don't have to constantly go to the dining hall. They can splurge out a little bit and get some fast food. But there's been an uproar that many think these athletes should get paid. Many people think it's a full-time job, that they have to juggle between school and their sport, between morning practices, afternoon classes, and then a mandatory afternoon study hall. It's not easy being a student athlete, but they know what they've signed up for. And others argue that scholarships cover the bare minimum of what these students need, which again is tuition, boarding, food. Which sounds like it's enough, but others do not agree. But these can be easily refuted through many points. When they think that they should be paid, they think it's just as easy as writing a check and handing it to the athlete. It's not that easy. Because student athletes have never been paid before. They're not professionals. Many people don't know how much money these people actually deserve. Not to mention, what many people do not believe is that many Division I basketball programs do not make a profit off of their income from sports. A majority of them are in negative debt and are taking money away from the athletic budget. And if these major sports can't bring in a profit, imagine what the other smaller sports that don't get as much recognition have to go through, like baseball, softball, hockey, etc. They all drain from the athletic budget. And if we were to pay these college athletes, there's a very good chance that these programs would be cut, and not giving these other athletes a chance is pretty hypocritical. Looking at the broad scale, education is the best form of payment. A degree in college can get you anywhere you need to go with the right mindset and attitude. And what we have noticed recently is that many student athletes, when they're juggling between sports and education, they always tend to lead more towards sports because that's what they enjoy and their passion is in. But they need to realize that they are in college for an education. That's the whole reason they're there, and it's not for sports.